Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. I hope you're doing well. I've got some polyfill here. I think we're going to create some pumpkin stuffies today. Hopefully everything turns out. Been wanting to do this for a while now and finally got my act together. So when you hop on, say hey. Let's do this. So I got this bag. Where did I get this? Walmart, actually. They have them like all over, y'all. I used to get them on Amazon, or the fill on Amazon. Ran out. So now we're using the Walmart. So, what's up, friends? So we're clearly not going to use all of this. This is always, in my opinion, something good to have around when you are crafting, creating, whatever it may be. But we're going to get to this in a minute. And we're going to start with some fabric. So this is like my go-to fabric, y'all, right now. I love this. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale. But we are going to use the Club Transfer to make these. And I'll scoot back here in just a second. Let me get my transfer out. And let's begin. So, these are like no-sew, all right? No-sew stuffies. And I'm going to do my very best to make this work. So, hear me out on this. I want to incorporate this fabric into one of them. But I don't want to put anything on the fabric that is going to show. Hopefully that made sense. So, I'm going to flip the fabric inside out, technically, and we're going to put a color on the back just to get the shape. I hope that makes sense. So I think my fabric is a little bit too long, so let me just cut some off. And when you hop on, say hey, hit the heart button, comment the word fabric. That is the key word. This is the Club Transfer for August. This is project number 9, y'all. We're going big. All right, so let me think about this. Okay, so I'm going to cut, I think I'm going to make 2 of these. And I have some beads. And I found this like sitting on one of my pieces of furniture, like underneath. It's like a shelf. I think we're going to put them in there. So, what is on your agenda today, y'all? Anything exciting? I hope y'all are doing well. For anybody that is dealing with the storm, I hope you are okay, you are safe. We are definitely thinking of you. All right, so cut off the excess. Save your scraps, okay? All right, let me get my little table over here because we're going to have to clean these, clean the transfer in between. So this is the right side, this is the wrong side. Okay, so let me just fold these and hopefully show you how this is done. So here we go. My cut job is terrible. All right. Let us see, shall we? All right, so I'm just going to put this down on the fabric. Okay, it is folded. Probably shouldn't keep it folded so that the paste doesn't go through the other side. And let's grab an ink mat. So I am going to use paste because I'm not going to wash these, y'all. So let me grab an ink mat and we're going to lay this right here to keep everything intact. Okay? I have fabric shedding all over me. All right, let's go in with Dune and see how this works. I know, Barbara, thank you. Me too. Deborah is on vacation. Well, where are you on vacation? All right, so basically what I want is just the outline of the pumpkin for this one specifically. Because this fabric has a pattern. The others do not. The other does not. I only have 2 today. But I'm just getting the outline of my pumpkin so that I know where to cut. Now, this may not work, y'all, because the paste may go through the fabric, and it may end up showing, but we're going to try it and see what happens. Because you never know until you try. Hi. Oh, good, Jeannie. Yes, I did the church yesterday. That was awfully fun, let me tell you. All right, so I'm going to dry this, and we're going to pick this up and see what happens. We may have to just switch to our other fabric, which is this, and we're going to add maybe some color to it. But I want to dry this. Now, this dryer is not going to melt your ink mat, FYI, just in case you were wondering. It doesn't get very hot, okay? Hi, Mary. How are you? Vicky, what's going on, girlfriend? Hi, Sharon. Hello, hello. Oh no, Bambi, we're sending you prayers for sure. Hi, Linda and Paula and Cynthia and Colleen. Hi, Amy. Another Amy. Hi, Elizabeth. Yay, Bambi, you are here, girlfriend. Okay, so I think this is dry, so let's see. Like I said, this one may not work. Okay, well, I was wrong. So you really can't see the paste through the fabric, right? So we're going to fold this to where it's like out. It's showing us, okay? And I think I'm going to do maybe just 4. Maybe just 4. Okay, so let's grab this one. I did cut these already. Probably cut too long of pieces, but that's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick is just take my transfer and I'm going to clean off this Dune paste. Okay, I use Dune on the pattern fabric because it's light. You could have used white as well, but I opted for Dune. Let me grab a paper towel. And let's begin. So I do like to clean my transfers in between, y'all. That is just how I roll. Okay, ready, go. So this one's gonna go down right about here. It's still a little wet on this side, so I'm going to dry it off. At the same time, I'm kind of pushing it through. Now, this one I'm going to do the entire pumpkin because I want all of this to show up on this piece of fabric. I want the entire thing. And only the pumpkin, not any other part of this transfer, okay? What is today, y'all? Is today Wednesday? Feels like it should be the end of the week. The boys have a 4-day weekend. So that should be fun. I think I just got paste on the line over here, but we'll probably cut that off. Wasn't paying attention. All right, here we go. Let's lift it off and see what we got. Barely got that line, okay? That's really cute. All right, so this is, let me dry this before we take it off. You'll see that? Look at that. Now, I did put 2 other colors, teal and papaya, in the supply list in case you wanted to grab those. But this transfer you cannot go and buy online. It's exclusive, all right? You cannot get it online. First day of school, Tammy Brown. Tammy Brown, is it your birthday? Hi, Judy. Oh, Barbara, get your coffee in, girl. Have you ever made Stuffies with a soft burlap? Yes, Deborah. I want to say not last year, but the year before, I did use burlap. And I used our mini buffalo transfer, and I did. Now, the burlap soaks up the paste pretty well, so just keep that in mind. But yes, it is doable. All right, so that is not completely dry, but it's close. So I'm going to take this off. Now, this did go through the back, obviously, but you're not going to see that. So let me just hold this up and dry it. Just kind of get more of a flow of the air, right? Turn it over, do the other side. If you wanted to, you could use ink and you could heat set these, but y'all, I'm just using paste because I am not going to wash these stuffies in the washer. All right, so same concept, y'all. It will dry matte, shiny to matte. So that's what I'm looking for, just to see if, okay, I can touch it. So I'm gonna fold this over like so, and we're going to,
I guess what tonight is.
What is tonight, Zach?
Craft box night.
It is craft box night. Whoop, whoop. 7 p.m. Central. All right, so let's lay this one down.
What else are we doing that awesome craft group box?
We're giving a sneak peek to the September.
Ooh, and early access.
And early access, you're right. Okay, so wait, I need to clean this. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to make these so badly because these have been on my list, y'all. And it took 9 projects to get it done with this transfer. All right, clean that off. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe off the water on the front. And then we'll flip it over and clean the back. New paper towel, okay? Hello, hello. What is everybody doing? Thank you. Yeah, Sarah, if you comment the word, Sarah asked about the ghost with the glasses. I don't know if you can see them, but they're right up there, kind of by that red box. If you comment the word fabric, click on shop products, and then you'll see there'll be like some buttons to click, and one of them is our website. Okay? And if you can't find them, just message the page. Yes, Bambi. Hi, Holly. Yeah, Bambi, just make sure that you're in that group. Pretty sure you are. I checked all of them this morning for anybody that purchased the craft box. All right, here we go. So let's do this one right about here. And I'm probably wasting a lot of fabric, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to try and see what the papaya and the teal look like, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like the way it looks on this fabric. We're going to see. And this time I'm going to try and be extra careful so I don't go over any other part of the transfer. What are you doing, Zach?
I'm modeling you real quick.
Oh, the pumpkin earrings?
Yeah, I'm just checking them out. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Zach's at it again.
Trying things. I did the ghost one. I did the ghost one in orange.
It's the cowboy.
The cowboy ghost.
All right, let's see. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try. No, don't try. Don't try the transfer. See? I'm all out of sorts.
Did you have your coffee this morning?
Half of it. Okay, lift it up. Okay, what do y'all think of the papaya on the material, the fabric? You like it? Or do you like the black better? I was going to put teal on one just to kind of flow with the... He moved my table all the way over there. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm almost out of water. So I do want to add teal to one. We're just going to go for it, right? Let's just do it. You like the papaya? Hi, Laura Griffin. How are you? Tanny, thank you so much for the stars. He is pretty talented, isn't he? Definitely, you caught me live. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out. I am kind of digging this, like, morning tutorial, y'all. It is, Holly. You're right. And I love me some black and white, right? Hi, Wanda. All right, so let's partially dry this. We're gonna lift it up. And then we're gonna do what we did earlier and just kind of like hold it and let the air flow through the fabric. Thanks, Paula. This is also on our website under our apparel. Oh, there he is in the comments, y'all. Give him all the trouble. So I really don't know that this air is going through this fabric, but I like to think that it is to help dry it faster and make sure that it is fully dry. Okay. All right, check to see if it's still shiny. No shine, I believe. Fold it, and we're gonna lay it right over there. Okay? Now, next step, clean the transfer. I'm trying to do this in steps. Am I being successful about it? No. Clean the transfer. Okay, then I'm gonna grab more paper towels and clean the water off, all right? Tammy, we will reveal the craft box on the first day of the month. Unless you bought last month and you're in the group, we'll reveal it and you'll have early access to purchase it tonight, actually, because today is August 30th. All right, and there is something special in this one. Ooh, September, because we're not going to show everything. We're going to keep it, some of it a mystery, okay? I'm trying to get creative. All right, we're going to use this one more time, and then we're going to assemble our pumpkins. Now, I will tell you that I'm going to use hot glue to do this. So, armed and dangerous with the glue gun, okay? All right, so we're gonna set this over here. We're gonna grab our third piece of muslin here, lay this down, flatten it out, and then place the pumpkin. All right, it's still a little damp. It does, Sandra, you're absolutely right, but we're doing it tonight. So the September craft box reveal will be on the 1st. Okay? All right, let's check out teal. What do y'all say? Thanks, Holly. Let's see if teal meets my needs here. Expectations. And I'm just using paste, remember, because I'm not going to wash this. If you were planning on washing your stuffies, even with the polyfill in them, I mean, hopefully you don't, but, and maybe you can, I don't know. But anytime you're using fabric and you want something to be permanent, I suggest that you use the ink, the chalk ink, okay? All right, that is done. Let me come over here, make sure that that is finished, and we're gonna lift this up and see what teal does. Okay. Not too shabby, right? There's teal, okay? All right, we're done with the transfer. I am gonna spray it. Teal is a great color, y'all. Okay, let's dry it. I'm gonna clean up my mess of my squeegees because we are done with those. Close my jars of paste. Try and do it one-handed, that's kind of hard. Thanks, Gail. Thank you. You do not have to be in my VIP group to purchase the craft box. We'll do it right here on this page. All right, dry this. Then we're going to lift it up and dry it, okay? So, let me just put all of this away because I'm going to need as much room as possible in my mind to complete this project, okay? Cheryl, thank you so much. Hi, Sandy. Let's see. Teal pumpkins. If you hand out allergen-free candy, display a teal pumpkin so people will know. Oh, I did not know that. I learned something new today. All right, we're done with this. Okay, I've got my glue gun on. I'm going to grab this, and we're going to pretend that this is going to help dry it quick. Okay. Hi, Tony. Awesome. So y'all, there should be like a pop-up down below to request live notifications so that you can get notified when we go live on here. And we will be doing the unboxing of the craft box live. What is that? On Friday, I believe? Yeah, Friday. Okay. Is this dry? Yes. No, it's not. Yikes. Ah, thank you, Colleen. All right, here we go. So we are going to, I think I'm done with these, well, for now. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside because that is the very first one, the last one that we did. And I think I'm going to glue these first and then cut because I want to use the pinking shears to cut it, and I want to make sure that I have enough fabric after I glue it. Okay, now remember, this one I don't think I can't do it that way because this is inside out, so I am going to have to cut it first. All right, here goes nothing. So pinking shears, I'm going to try and cut, I don't even know, y'all, 1/2 inch around. And then, of course, when we get to the stem, be mindful of that. I'm going to go up. And try and keep that 1/2 inch all the way around. Don't know that I will, but I'm going to try. 1/2 inch all the way around. So I'm just using this one. I put Dune inside out on the fabric to kind of help guide me on where to cut. Just like so, okay? See it? All right, so next, let's go ahead and do this one. Let's see what happens here. So I do recommend having some type of my craft junk drawer finger protector. I promise you, Debly, I will clean this out one day. I just have some other priorities right now. I am going to put this on. Y'all, the fabric is upside down. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. We'll be okay. But this side, it's not. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go around the edges here. And just kind of press it down. Now, I have to mentally tell myself, leave a hole so we can put the polyfill. Okay, and there may be another way to do this. I'm just going to do it this way. Go around. Now, we've got this as the hole, okay? So for right now, I'm going to leave that as is. Okay, and I think we'll stuff them all at once. So the next one we did was the black one. Let's see here. Isn't the material awesome? I love that material. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to flip it over and glue this way so I can see the outline. Don't forget your hole. Okay. And just glue it down. Then I'm going to switch over here, flip this part up, and go inside so that I can see. And leave a hole at the top. Okay. Okay, that is glued. All right, so now, yep, we've got our hole. All right, let's do the same thing on this one. This is fun, y'all. Something different. I'm all about trying new things. Okay, lay it down. Press around where you put your glue. You could use a sewing machine. Jeannie's probably used a sewing machine, but I am not. I have a sewing machine. Okay, there's that one. And then let's grab the last one. All the way around. And leave a hole. Hopefully this works. Jeannie, I know, right? Hi, Autumn. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Okay. Now, this one may end up, excuse me, being smaller. And I think I'll show you why. So I'm done with this. We still need our glue gun. Now I'm just going to go around, hold it up to the light so that I can see the glue mark. And I'm just going to start cutting around the pumpkin. I don't know that I kept my 1/2 inch word, y'all, like I told you, but it's fine. It's fine. All will be good in the neighborhood. These are awesome scissors, by the way. Look. Okay, y'all see it? It's happening right before your eyes. Okay, let's do this one. Cut, cut, cut. Are there any other types of scissors that you can purchase for fabric that leave these awesome, this awesome finish? Let me know, because I want all of them. I have some for like scrapbooking, but I don't know that they would cut fabric. Okay, there's that one. That one's a little bigger. It's fine. And then number 4. Go around, then we'll stuff them and make our stuffy pumpkins. And these were made with the club transfer for August. Okay. All right, next. These are cute. Where is my polyfill? Okay, so we're gonna grab this big old bag here. I'm gonna open it right here. Yes. Linking shears. Oh, what is that? All right, let's start with this one and see what happens. This may be our smallest. So I'm not gonna put a whole lot of stuffing in here, y'all. Like, I don't want a ball of a pumpkin. Like, just enough to where it's kind of poofy. Okay, just like so. Just something like that, okay? Let's stuff the other ones. For fabric, no, but you could try the scrapbooking scissors. Yeah, I have some of those. I may have to. That's a good idea, Bambi. I need to venture out and see. Now, I don't want to put too much at the top either, because I am going to, I need to glue it shut. Okay. So again, I'm not putting a whole lot. I mean, you could make them really full if you wanted to. I, however, am not. And I'm trying to be careful, like with I'm trying not to pull the hole open too much, because I have made these before and got careless and started stuffing, and so I had to glue it again. So, just saying. Word of advice. And then once you get them glued, you can work the stuffing throughout. These are cute, y'all. And then, look at these. So I'm probably going to end up cutting them a little bit more. Whoopsie, not sure what that was. Probably need it. Okay, Colleen, that's okay. That's okay. Yes, I have the pinking shears. That's what I'm using. I just wasn't sure if they had other fabric type scissors that leave that awesome finish. Because I have no idea. Okay, so these are now stuffed, all right? I think to my liking. Let me check them out. Yeah, this is the smallest one. All right, so I'm gonna move this out of the way and we are going to glue them shut. This to me is like the hardest part right here, because the fabric is starting to like curl up because you've stuffed it. Just make sure that you get it all the way shut. Don't burn yourself. Be careful. Okay, that one's done. Let's do this one. And it won't lay flat, so just be mindful of that as well until you force it down. Okay, these are cute. And let's do this one. This one has a different shape. Oh well. No pumpkin is perfect, right? Okay, all the way in. Force it down and push. There we go. All right, there's that. Let me grab what fell. Hold on. Everything is a mess over here to my left. Everything fell off the table. So I know with this one, I want to go around it just a tad and shave off some of this. Just like so. But you do you, y'all. There's that side. Let me shave off some of this. That one's fine. And I think this one's fine. Okay. Now what I thought was we could take some twine and make some little bows to put on top of the pumpkins. Maybe. Maybe more than one so you can see them. Yeah, Colleen, I've done the burlap before, as I had mentioned earlier, and it works. It's just, takes up a lot of paste, which is fine. Okay. One or two, I don't know. You could even get some, ribbon to attach, or we could just leave it as one. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Either way, I think it's cute. Something different, right? I even grabbed the raffia because I thought we could incorporate that, but I've changed my mind. All right, number 3. Thank you. Oh, bye, Faye. Have a good day. Teal is her favorite. I am glad to hear that. All right, this one is a little bit long. have fun with it, y'all. You can use these transfers for a ton of things. That is a lot of jute right there. Big, medium, small bows. Okay. Now, you could leave it long, short. Just trying to make sure that they're even on both sides. Yes and yes. Okay, so I just grabbed, like I said, this little metal thing I found. I've had this for years. Like, it is so worn out. And then I got this, I don't know, y'all, in some box that I purchased. But I thought we could just put these in this little thing to put on a shelf. So you have to tell me which one is your favorite. And this is very hard to do backwards. But y'all, these are really cute. But look, how stinking cute are these? Look at the pumpkins. Oh my gosh. Yes, you could, Marcia. You could use the fabric, the extra fabric for the bows. But y'all, what do you think? Which one's your favorite? Black, teal, papaya, or the pattern? Look. And I just grabbed something from my house, like this and some fabric and some beads that I had. So, let me know what you think. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.